episode of Whack Fuck.
Whack.
Do it.
Steve! Hi, baby! Oh my goodness, that's very Steve of you.
You better not go to sleep. As soon as your eyes shut, I'm gonna punch you square in the face. I hope you stay still when you sleep, because I'm putting a rat trap between your legs.
Knock!
You can't handle the uber instincts of my uber autism. Observe.
No puede ser.
You doing, Goof? What are you doing, Goof?
Don't mess with her.
It's the final brain cell.
手呢？手困死了。
Sila, cosa fai? Oh. Ma che modi sono?
What's going on here? To a little massage.
I could not figure out why he was in here making all this noise. Oh, shit! Oh. Oh, my God. What are you doing? Why did you do that?
Have you guys ever seen a cat that shits like this? everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, A Peaceful Morning with Just Me and MIT. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. It was one of those slow, gentle mornings when the sun had just started to peek through the curtains, slipping into my room like a soft golden ribbon. The birds outside were still warming up their voices, chirping their first melodies of the day. Everything felt calm, still, and silent until I heard a tiny thump. Then another. Then the unmistakable sound of little paw steps marching confidently across my floor. MIT had woken up. And clearly, MIT had a mission. Before I could even fully open my eyes, I felt a warm, fluffy weight on my chest. MIT had climbed onto the bed and sat there like a little guardian, staring at me with sleepy but determined eyes. His tail thumped gently against my blanket, creating a rhythm that made me smile even before I was fully awake. "Good morning, MIT," I whispered. MIT answered the way he always did, by giving me a soft, adorable boop on the chin with his nose before collapsing dramatically on top of me like he had been working all night. I laughed as his fluffy head rested on my arm, his breathing slow and warm, like he believed he was still a tiny puppy who needed cuddles to start the day. The room was quiet except for MIT's tiny size. I didn't rush. I didn't check my phone. I didn't jump out of bed. For a moment, the world paused, and it was just me and MIT, wrapped in the early morning peace. And honestly, that was all I needed. Eventually, after enough cuddles to refill both of our emotional batteries, MIT decided it was time to start the morning routine. He rolled off the bed and trotted toward the door, glancing back at me every 3 steps as if to say, "Come on, slow human." And that was how our peaceful morning started, quiet, gentle, and filled with the kind of fluffy love only MIT could bring. The kitchen lights flickered on, and MIT's ears perked up immediately. Breakfast time was his personal favorite event of the day. If mornings had a festival, breakfast would be his parade. He sat in his usual spot, right beside his bowl, tail sweeping the floor like he was cleaning it for me. His eyes were wide with anticipation, sparkling with the confidence of a dog who believed breakfast would magically appear the second he wished for it. I prepared his food, and MIT watched every step like a tiny supervisor making sure I didn't mess up his order. When I placed the bowl down, he looked at me for exactly 1 second, his version of "thank you," before diving in with enthusiasm. While MIT munched happily, I made my own breakfast. Every now and then, he would lift his head from the bowl and check if I was still there, like he was making sure we were sharing the morning together. That was MIT, clingy in the sweetest way possible. After breakfast, we stepped into the backyard. The air was fresh, cool, and filled with the soft scent of morning leaves. MIT trotted around with the confidence of a little explorer who ruled his kingdom. He sniffed every corner, inspected every leaf, and even barked once at a butterfly that dared to flutter too close. At one point, he paused, sat down, and looked at the sky as if appreciating the sunshine. I sat beside him, and for a few minutes, we simply existed, quiet, warm, and content. MIT leaned his head gently against my knee. I scratched behind his ears. The sun climbed a little higher, and I realized how rare and beautiful these peaceful moments were. Nothing dramatic happened. No chaos. No rush. Just the simple joy of spending a morning with someone who loved me without conditions. By the time we came back inside, MIT was in full soft and cuddly mode. He hopped onto the couch, spun in a full circle like he was shaping the perfect spot, then plopped down with a sigh so long you'd think he had just finished a 10-hour shift at work. I made myself a warm drink and sat beside him. MIT immediately scooted closer, resting his head on my thigh. His fur was warm, soft, and smelled faintly like sunshine. I gently brushed his coat while he closed his eyes, his tiny paws twitching every now and then as if he was dreaming of running through clouds or chasing invisible treats. The morning stayed quiet. No noise from the outside world, no deadlines shouting for attention, no stress tapping on my shoulder. It was just the soft hum of the house, the warm light coming through the window, and MIT breathing calmly beside me. Moments like this are the ones we forget to appreciate. Not because they're small, but because they're gentle. They don't demand attention. They just arrive, fill our hearts, and pass softly. But this morning, I made sure to treasure it. MIT eventually lifted his head, gave me one slow blink, and licked my hand once before curling back into a fluff ball. That was his way of saying, this is nice. And he was right. It was perfect. Spending a quiet morning with MIT reminded me that peace doesn't always come from big achievements or exciting moments. Sometimes it comes from simple routines, waking up slowly, sharing breakfast with someone you love, sitting in the sunshine, or just being present with your pet. These moments may seem small, but they create warmth that lasts long after the day ends. In real life today, we often rush from task to task without pausing. We scroll through our phones before even opening our eyes. We focus on deadlines more than our own breathing. But a morning like the one with MIT shows how powerful slowing down can be. It teaches us that peace isn't something we chase, it's something we allow. The advice I learned from this morning is simple but meaningful. Take time each day to breathe. Enjoy slow moments without guilt. Notice the warmth around you, whether it's your pet, your family, or just the sunlight through your window. And most importantly, be present. Life today is busy, but peace is always available if we choose to see it. If MIT can appreciate a quiet morning with pure happiness, maybe we can learn to do the same.